Hello everyone, this is second experiment of full stack working with HTML5 form and media elements. Firstly, doc type HTML, which tells the browser this is an HTML document. It ensures the page uses modern browser rendering rules, and HTML language as English, root element of the page, which signals that the content language is English. It is helpful for screen readers and search engines. And first tag is head, which contains the metadata, and we have used here meta cassette of UTF-8 sets text encoding. UTF-8 supports post character, and meta name viewport, which helps the page scale correctly on mobile devices, and title, text shown on the browser tab. So we have used a CSS section style section. So these are the forms like body color, margin, padding, width, line height, border radius, border, input, multimedia, and these are all the styles. So body part sets the default font tag. Browser tries the first font. If not available, falls back to the next. Then the final fallback is ensures the generic sans serif font. If not, none is listed to exit. And form list, which styles the form box. Background color, as I have give here lavender color, light purple background for the form, and margin has 20 px, space outside the form, and padding has 10 px, inner spacing inside the form, and width has 430 px, fixed width, and line height has 40 px, vertical spacing for lines inside the form, which helps the vertical alignment of the text and inputs, and border radius as the 10 px, rounded corners, and border 2 px black solid, a solid black border 2 px thick, and input has padding 5 px, margin left has 10 px, which will add inner space to inputs and left margin to separate them from the labels. This rule affects all input elements. Sometimes it may not to target specific input using as a input type text, and multimedia style, which will styles the multimedia box similarly in the form with the border, radius, margin, and padding. Then again we have used the body content for the structure and semantic meaning. As body, HTML form has personal details, and then name, register number, date of birth, gender, and age, email. Then which is necessary, we can add the photo. Here I have used multimedia as media, which necessary videos we can upload there, and audio also. Here form tag is used to group input controls. It has no action or method attributes, so submitting will reload the page and do not send data anywhere usually. And then action server endpoint to send form data, and method as post or get. Each label wraps an input. Wrapping an input in a label is accessible. Clicking label focuses the input. Then input type as text, plain text input for name and register number. Input type for date, browser date control, which will placeholder or input data is ignored by many browsers. The data control itself provides UI. Then radio buttons we have used for gender, and which will groups radio, so one can be selected. And then here number, numeric input, mobile browsers shows numeric keyboard, and email for validated for email format by browser. Then file, upload file from device, like used for photos, images only. And then I have used a submit button for the default submit forms, and multimedia tags. So video controls, control shows like play, pause, progress, UI, and source for cat mp4, type as video, points to be video file relative to the HTML file if the file is not at relative path. And accessibility and validations, it add for the attributes to labels and ID to input to improve accessibility. It always include a name attribute and input, so the data is included when the form is submitted to a server. and required the two details that must be filled. Use accept image for a photo uploads if light limits selectable. Improve the keyboard navigation to ensure logical tab order. Visible focus styles are good. And security and server side nodes, it will client validation has type email required. It is helpful to substitute for server side, and it will also allow file uploads on the server chair. And the styling suggestions, instead of width 430x, consider has the max width at 430px, and width is 100% to allow form to shrink on small screens. We have used the CSS gap with flex or grid for better spacing rather than many. And by BR break tags, use the label display block margin bottom for stacked neat layer. And this fixes all accessibility and all attributes required in small styling environments, comment videos, audios. And this is the experiment for second. Thank you.